You lean down to give your dog a good morning kiss on the top of their head, and they excitedly turn around and lick your face right back. And that's when it hits you. That warm, thick wave of breath that smells like something crawled into their mouth and died. You pull back, you laugh it off, you say, "Ugh, buddy," and you go grab a mint for yourself. But deep down, you're wondering, is that normal? Is my dog just a dog? Or is something actually wrong in there? You've probably tried the dental chews from the pet store. You've maybe even tried brushing their teeth once or twice before they clamped their jaw shut and turned it into a wrestling match. And the smell always comes right back within a day or two. It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? You love this animal enough to let them sleep in your bed, but you're starting to dread the kisses. If you saw the thumbnail of this video, you saw the promise. Today, I'm going to show you exactly one spoonful of a common kitchen ingredient that you can add directly to your dog's bowl that actually targets the bacteria causing that smell at the source, not just masking it for 20 minutes like a breath spray does. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Zoran, your neighborhood veterinarian, and welcome back to the channel. In my clinic, bad breath is one of the very first things I check for because it is almost never just bad breath. It's a message. So today we are doing a complete masterclass on canine oral health. I'm going to teach you exactly what's actually causing that smell, the one spoonful kitchen remedy that helps fight it from the inside, the daily habits that make it stick, and the specific breath smells that are actually medical emergencies in disguise. Grab a pen and a notebook, my friends, because this one might change how you think about your dog's mouth forever. Chapter 1. Why your dog's breath actually smells. Let's start with the biology because you can't fix what you don't understand. Most owners assume bad breath just means a dog needs a mint or a chew toy. But in veterinary medicine, canine bad breath, which we call halitosis, is almost always a bacterial problem, not a hygiene problem in the way we think about it for ourselves. Inside your dog's mouth right now, there is an invisible layer of bacteria called plaque, coating their teeth and gum line. Left undisturbed, that plaque begins to mineralize within just 24 to 72 hours, hardening into a rough, cement-like substance called tartar. Tartar creates the perfect rough, porous surface for even more bacteria to cling to, and those colonies of bacteria release sulfur compounds as a waste product. That rotten, sulfurous smell you're noticing is quite literally the metabolic waste of billions of live bacteria living along your dog's gum line. Here's the part most pet parents don't know. By the time a dog is 3 years old, the majority already have some degree of active dental disease happening beneath the surface. And that bacteria doesn't just stay in the mouth. Every time your dog chews and swallows, tiny amounts of that bacteria can slip into the bloodstream through inflamed gum tissue. And over years, that has been linked to added stress on the heart, liver, and kidneys. So that smell isn't just unpleasant for movie night on the couch. It's a signal worth taking seriously. Chapter 2. The One Spoonful Kitchen Secret. Now let's get to what you came here for. If we know the smell is caused by an overgrowth of bacteria, the goal becomes simple. We need something safe, edible, and genuinely antibacterial that we can add directly into the bowl every day. My go-to kitchen recommendation is organic, unrefined, virgin coconut oil. Coconut oil contains a compound called lauric acid, which is well documented in both human and veterinary literature for its natural antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. When your dog eats a small amount mixed into their food, the lauric acid interacts with the bacterial cell walls in the mouth as they chew and swallow, essentially trapping and neutralizing a portion of that bacterial load before it gets the chance to multiply and produce those sulfur compounds. Here is the exact protocol. For a small dog under 25 pounds, add 1/4 teaspoon of coconut oil to their food once a day. For a medium dog, use 1/2 teaspoon. And for a large or giant breed dog, you can go up to 1 full tablespoon once daily, mixed directly into their regular meal. Consistency matters more than quantity here. This is a slow, cumulative process, not an overnight fix, so give it a full 2 to 3 weeks before you judge the results. One important safety note: always start with a smaller amount than your dog's weight category calls for, especially in the very first week. Coconut oil is a fat, and introducing too much too quickly can cause loose stool or an upset stomach in a sensitive dog. Build up to the full dose gradually over about 5 to 7 days. Chapter 3. The water bowl nobody thinks about. Here's a mistake I see constantly, and it undoes all the good work of that spoonful of coconut oil. Owners focus entirely on the food bowl and completely forget about the water bowl. Every time your dog drinks, bacteria from their mouth transfers directly into the water. Within a day or two, that bacteria builds a slippery, sticky film along the sides and bottom of the bowl called biofilm. If you've ever felt that slimy coating when you go to refill the water, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you're only rinsing the bowl and topping off the water rather than fully washing it, your dog is essentially re-drinking a concentrated dose of the exact bacteria you're trying to get rid of multiple times a day. The fix is simple. Wash your dog's water bowl daily with hot soapy water, or run it through the dishwasher if it's dishwasher safe. This alone, done consistently, makes a noticeable difference in breath odor within about a week for a lot of dogs. Chapter 4. The Fresh Breath Booster. If you want to add a second layer on top of the coconut oil, my favorite addition is finely chopped curly parsley. And I want to be very specific here. Standard curly parsley, not spring parsley, which can be toxic to dogs. Curly parsley is rich in chlorophyll, the green pigment in plants, which has a natural deodorizing effect as it passes through the mouth and digestive tract. A small pinch, finely minced and sprinkled over their dinner, is enough to notice a difference in breath freshness within about a day, and most dogs genuinely enjoy the taste. Chapter 5. What not to do. Now, my friends, this is where I have to step in with an important warning, because I see this mistake often, and it comes from a place of love. Never, under any circumstances, use human mouthwash, human toothpaste, or breath-freshening products made for people on your dog. Human toothpaste commonly contains xylitol, an artificial sweetener that is highly toxic to dogs even in tiny amounts, and it can cause a life-threatening drop in blood sugar or acute liver failure. Human mouthwash often contains alcohol and concentrated essential oils that are far too harsh for a dog's digestive system. If you want to physically wipe their teeth, stick to a plain, damp piece of gauze wrapped around your finger or a toothpaste specifically formulated and labeled safe for dogs. Chapter 6. The Danger Zone. When bad breath is actually a warning sign. This next chapter is the most important part of today's masterclass, so please stay with me. Not all bad breath is simple plaque and tartar. Certain specific smells can actually be an early warning sign of a serious underlying disease, and I want you to be able to recognize them. If your dog's breath suddenly smells sweet or fruity, almost like nail polish remover, that can be a sign of diabetic ketoacidosis, a dangerous complication of unmanaged diabetes, and it warrants an immediate call to your vet. If the breath smells strongly of ammonia or urine, that can indicate kidney disease. When kidneys aren't filtering waste properly, that waste can build up and be expelled through the breath. And if the smell is sudden, extremely foul, and paired with your dog pawing at their mouth, drooling excessively, or refusing to eat on one side of their jaw, that combination often points to a broken tooth, a severe abscess, or a mass in the mouth that needs to be examined right away, not managed at home with kitchen remedies. If you notice any of these specific patterns, please don't try to fix it with coconut oil and parsley. That's your dog telling you they need professional care immediately. Wrapping up. Let's take a step back and look at everything we covered today. We talked about why bad breath is really a bacterial problem hiding beneath the surface. We covered the exact 1 spoonful coconut oil protocol you can start adding to their bowl tonight. We talked about the overlooked water bowl and the biofilm hiding inside it. We covered parsley as a natural breath booster, the human products you should never use on your dog, And finally, the specific dangerous breath smells that mean it's time to call your vet, not your kitchen pantry. I know it feels overwhelming to think about all of this just from one bad-smelling kiss this morning, but you don't have to do everything today. Start with the coconut oil tonight. Wash the water bowl tomorrow. Small, consistent habits are what actually change your dog's health long-term, not a single dramatic overhaul. If this video helped you understand what's really going on in your dog's mouth, please hit that like button. It helps this kind of practical veterinary knowledge reach other pet parents dealing with the exact same thing. Hit subscribe so you never miss one of these deep dives. And if you want more detailed, step-by-step guides on dental health, diet, and at-home care, head over to my website at drpatora.com, where I've put together free resources to help you take even better care of your best friend. Let me know in the comments below, does your dog's breath need some serious help? And are you going to try the coconut oil trick tonight? I read every single comment. Give your dog a big, gentle scratch behind the ears for me tonight. Trust your instincts, and I'll see you in the next one.